there, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me tonight. We are continuing on our cute little, doesn't look like much yet, but we are going to make a cute koala zipper pouch. Uh, it's developing. We started last night. It's going to be something. It doesn't look like much now, but we are making this koala pouch. It will be a giveaway item. So anyone who orders one of our merch products for the koala auction this week will be entered to win this koala pouch, zipper pouch, when we're done. So that is the project we're working on for the next few days. So thank you guys so much for joining me here. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So you guys, we are, like I said, continuing the cute little koala that we're stitching up here. It's the koala head with a little heart underneath it. We are playing with some new techniques that I haven't really used before or haven't done in a while, haven't used often, so that's been kind of fun. These are a lot of techniques that were used in the koalas that are in the Koala Quilt. So this week we are having our Koala Quilt Auction, and this is the quilt that was made out of 127 embroidered koalas that you guys made and sent to me, and then my mom and I stitched together into the quilt. And be sure to check out that video of us making it. That was really, I think it turned out so cute. But the koala quilt looks amazing. The auction is up right now. I think we're up to $700 right now, so I'm hoping we can get that a little bit higher before Monday. That would be amazing. It goes till Monday. And as well as the auction for the quilt, it's for Australians for Animals, and as well as the quilt, we also have our merch items. We have these cute little mugs. Here's our little commemorative mug with the quilt on it and about the quilt on the back. A lot of you guys have been purchasing these mugs today, so that's great. So all the proceeds from these mugs will be going to Australians for Animals as well. So we have the mugs, and then our little t-shirts and onesies. So here's the t-shirt. I love this so much. I think it's so cute. This is kind of how we're stitching the zipper pouch today. We're just going to do the head of the koala and a little heart underneath. So this is the yellow. It comes in blue and white as well. And then the little onesie is just so freaking cute. All right, so all the purchases from those, that money will be going to Australians for Animals, as well as any pattern, embroidery pattern, and embroidery bundle koala sales as well. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's get going on this embroidery today, and we're going to look at a couple different things, a couple different stitches we don't do often, and I think I'm going to do that beading, that seed bead embroidery too, so we'll talk about that a little bit as well. All right, you guys, I'm going to get right down here. So thank you so much again for joining me. Here is where we left off. We just, you can see we drew on the pattern with that water-soluble marker. You can barely see it, but we're using this pretty purple. This is all scraps from the quilt as well. So we're going to use this for the front. We have this for the back, and then we have this extra, that'll be the lining, and then we're going to have a bright red zipper, because that's the zipper I had, and the heart is going to be a bright red to go with this. So originally I thought I was going to satin stitch the heart, but instead I think Rebecca was mentioning this on Facebook yesterday, and it got me nostalgic for doing this again, but I think I'm going to bead stitch it. So you can see the heart right here. I think I'm going to fill that in with beads. So I went down to the basement where all my lonely craft supplies live, and I got out one of several cases that I have old seed beads in. So these obviously have gotten mixed up pretty horribly, but there is some red in here. So I'm going to just pull some of these out so we can see. I do have red separated in another one of these bins. These are tackle boxes, actually, from Fleet Farm back in the day. But I got this one out specifically because then I can take some of these reds that are all mixed up out. But we had also mentioned doing seed beads for like the little brightness in the eye, the little light reflection. And I had these little pearly seed beads in here. Oh, geez, and I'm losing them already. Oh, there it is. They're just kind of little sparkly, kind of pearly, actually, like translucent. And I thought those could be the little white sparks in the eyes. So we'll do this towards the end of the embroidery, I think. I don't want to do this first because I don't want my thread to catch on it. But I think that'll be awfully cute. So we'll fill in the heart entirely with these red seed beads, and we'll just have a couple of these little pearly ones for the light in the eye. So we'll trace the eye in black, I think, and then just add this little stitch in there. So I'm pretty excited for that. That's going to be really cute. And I'm telling you, I haven't done that sort of embroidery with the beads in like 2 decades for reals. So that'll be fun. So we'll get to that, but let's continue. I have my thread ready here. Let's finish off this ear. Then I want to do the lines for the ear. I think we'll do that with maybe mostly that tan color. I think that'll be kind of cute. Maybe we'll put one other little mixture of color in just to keep this mixed thread. We're using thread from 3 different colors here. That's been fun. I've never done that before, but you can see up close all the 3 different colors hanging out there together. And that's just by separating the threads from 3 different colors and putting them back together. All right, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do that reverse chain stitch, I think. So let's weave in the ends and get going. So I'm thinking there might be a bit of embroidery, like more than a day's worth of embroidery to do here yet, especially with the bead embroidery. So I'm thinking we might do this, well, we'll do this for sure tomorrow, but we might actually make the, if we haven't started, we'll finish sewing the zipper pouch, this into a zipper pouch, on Monday of next week, maybe. So Monday is the last day of the quilt auction. So that might be a good day to do the zipper pouch. I'm just thinking that, you know, with all this kind of fun special embroidery that we're doing, it might take a little bit longer. So we'll see. We'll see how far we get today. All right, I'm going to start with that little anchor stitch. I'm going to try and hide it a little bit. So this is really, you know, we just got to go there and back with this thread. Not much at all. I'm actually going to try and get in here before I pull all those threads in. There we go. All right, let me know how all of you guys are doing today. It's been super fun to work on this project with you guys. The whole koala quilt, all of it. I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna miss all these koalas when we're done with this project. It's so close. Hey Kimberly, so we're doing, Kimberly's wondering what we're doing. It is Koala Auction week, so on Monday and Tuesday we stitched the label to the koala quilt. So except for just snipping the threads, the koala quilt is officially done, which is crazy. That's amazing. Feels good to have a quilt made this year. I think that's probably my only like quilt finish for this year, really. But we finished that. Like I said, I just have to maybe lay out the quilt on the floor and snip all the fuzzles away. I'm sure there's some little threads hanging out here and there. So I'll do that before I ship it. But the auction for that is going on now. And we did that. We did the it goes on. The auction goes on now until Monday, and we worked on that, the label, Monday and Tuesday, and now we are taking some of the scraps from the quilt. So this is the actual scraps, and we're stitching just the head of another koala, and I'm making a zipper pouch out of it, and I will give away this zipper pouch to anyone who orders some of the merch that we have up on the site for the koala auction, and the link for that is below. But yeah, the proceeds of all that merch, like the mugs and the t-shirts and the onesies, that will all go to Australians for Animals, along with the auction money. Oh, Amy's finishing up her granny square quilt. Just need to put on the label. Oh, I'm jealous. That sounds amazing. All right, I'm going to just leap up here to this inner ear bit, and I'm going to do the forward, or the just normal chain stitch for this. I'm going to do the sewing method too, where I weave in and out. This is basically so I have the stitches going in the same direction as these, but I went from left to right, now I'm going right to left, so I'm switching from a reverse chain stitch to a forward chain stitch, basically. So they appear the same direction, mostly because that's what I did on this side. So next I think we will get the ear fuzzle colors and stitch those. And I want to do, there's some fuzzles right here. I want to do that as turkey work. That's kind of a newish to me process. We did that a little bit on the Tyranno dress-up embroidery, which I'd like to work on some more. That might be our next Finish It Friday, to finish up that Tyranno. I think this is gonna be one big stitch here. But yeah, so I think I'll do that turkey work in the same color as the like fuzzles for the ears. So we'll do that, the turkey work, and then we will work on his face a little bit. I think we'll do the eyes and the mouth maybe first, and then work on that nose. All right, looks good. Let's weave those ends in. We're done with this floss, this trio of colors. It's kind of fun. So again, I think I want to do lighter. So I'm trying to do techniques and styles that were done in the actual quilt. So remember, I got 127 quilts from at least, 127 koala embroideries from over 90 people. Probably closer to like 110 people or so. And everyone was stitching them different. Everyone did their own thing, right? Even if you got the kit in the bundle, see, I'm not using my needle minder. Even those embroideries all look different. So I'm trying to do some of the techniques. So one of them is coloring in with crayon or colored pencil, so like basically tinting the fabric. And you can see here's our test tinting. We finally went with a color that kind of blended in a little bit, so it just looks like he's got some rosy cheeks and a little bit of rosy ears, just barely, but it's there. So we used that technique. We enlarged it a little bit. Some people enlarged it quite a bit, so I thought that was fun. And we combined different strands of threads together, so different colors. I've never done that before. A few people did that. That was really fun. I noticed some people did these hairs different color than the rest, so that's what I'm going to do next. And someone did turkey work in the ear fuzz, and I'm gonna do that too. And yeah, that's basically some of the fun things that people were doing. Then we're gonna go and fill in this space with some long and short stitches, and we're gonna do some bead work in the heart there. So those are all, we're doing like a pile of different experiments here. All right, so I want to do his ears. I think I'm going to use this tan. How many strands do I have in this? Okay, so oh no, I have 3 strands here. Should we just do one color? I mean, that kind of pops. But this is all I have left of it, so I don't know. Do I have enough for both sides? I'm not sure I do. Let's combine 3 colors again. That was kind of fun. Let's do some white with this. And here, this gray's popping up. Why don't we do this gray? Actually, here's gray, but already split into strands. All right, so we're kind of doing just a different color combo. I think that's kind of fun. I'm using my scrap floss here. I got my scrap floss bin. Just trying to find the end of this white. There, I think this will be a little lighter. We'll do these 3 colors. So it's actually pretty close to what we did here. Maybe this dark gray was the wrong way to go. I might use this dark gray and a black for the nose though, so I'm gonna save this. I want this to feel lighter. So we got white, we got tan. Should we throw in this little orange here? That might work. There, that feels different. Or is this too weird, putting all these together? I think it's kind of fun. We're experimenting. Let's just go for it. All right, I'm gonna just snip these so they're all the same length again. First of all, let's just snip the. Well, we can do that later. All right, we'll just go to the end of this cream. There we go. These guys can go live somewhere else. And all right, so here's our 3 colors. Let's get 1 strand from each of these. Oh, that's exciting. So Sally says, last Friday I purchased your Sew and Stitch embroidery book. Ought to receive it any day. Awesome. Hoping some of your stitches are in the book. Oh, all of my stitches are in that book. So the Sew and Stitch embroidery book, those are all my designs. So they are all my stitches. All right. Oh, Jenna says hello from Jenna and Brandy. That's awesome. So Jenna helps me in the warehouse and just helps, helps with my emails, just helps me all around. And Brandy works and makes some of our kits, so some of our embroidery kits. So they're joining us in YouTube. That's fun. All right, grabbing the last thread here. My laundry's done. Did you guys all hear my buzzer go off? Ugh, that laundry was long overdue. All right. I suppose that's the one benefit of working from home a little bit more than usual. That sort of stuff gets done. All right, I'm going to snip the ends here just to make it a little easier to thread. Okay, so I think my plan is I'm going to start on this side, and I'm going to just stitch these guys in. I think I'm just going to do 1 long stitch for all of them, just like 1 long stitch. Then I'll weave in the end, and then I'll come back here, weave in the end, and then stitch all these with 1 long stitch. And then this part, I don't think I'm going to stitch these 3 stitches here. There's 3 little lines. This is where I'm going to try that turkey work, which I have to remember how to do again. But I think I'm just going to do like 2 rows of turkey work. He'll just have some little fuzzle ears, and I think that'll be kind of fun. So that is, I think, my layout of a plan here. Just weaving in the ends to get it started. Two, three. I always go 3 times. Ear fluff. Yep, we're going to make ourselves some ear fluff. Exactly right, Sylvia. All the best animals have ear fluff, right? Okay, so let's just make these long stitches. I think this different color is going to be kind of fun. I haven't done that before, stitching this. This whole thing is a lot more subtle than I was expecting when I was picking colors and stuff, but I'm kind of liking it. I was saying last night that it almost looks like we embossed the fabric. Like this almost looks like the fabric, but just like with some shadow on it or something. It's kind of interesting how all those colors blended together. There, all this is sweet. So it's just a slightly lighter kind of look. Oh, I guess the one other thing that people did in their koalas that I'm doing here that I don't do often is stitching on a colored fabric. I don't do that very often. So that's always fun for me to do that a little differently. Try different things. All right, just making big long stitches goes quickly, although I got a knot in here now. I haven't been using the thread conditioner. That could be my issue. Just the one color got tied itself in a knot. Ugh! There we go. Got the knot out, but let's just make sure these are all together decent. Good. What side did I end up? The bottom. Alright, last stitch. We'll weave in the end and then do the same thing on the other side and then that turkey work. I'm really itching to get to the nose. The nose I'm going to do a long and short stitch. In my original design, that was done with a satin stitch, but since we enlarged the design by 150%, that's kind of a big space for satin stitch. Satin stitch, I think, is better in smaller spaces, like the size of the heart. That's a good size for satin stitch. But the nose, I feel like the stitches aren't going to lay flat and nice against each other, so I think a long and short stitch would be a better way to fill that space. Okay, I'm going to weave in the end right away here. I'm hoping I have enough thread for the turkey work. I think I should. We're only doing a few stitches, I think. So do you guys all have your Thanksgiving dinners all figured out and planned out? Your basically your stay-at-home Thanksgivings? We're just discussing what we want to do for that. If we want to get a turkey just for John and me, or do we want to, like, I don't know, my thought was like, let's get turkey and make some soup and just have extra turkey and turn it into soup right away or something. But I don't know, I think we might get a turkey to cook, and then maybe some Brussels sprouts or something, and I don't know. That's probably plenty. I do actually like cranberries. Maybe we should get some cranberries. We don't do the cranberries in the can though. I love getting I'm from Wisconsin, so I like getting the Wisconsin cranberries. And that's the thing that I like doing at Thanksgiving, if we're all cooking in a normal Thanksgiving. But I like doing the cranberries, just putting them in some sugar and some orange juice and that sort of thing, and just simmering it, simmering and stirring. That's all I do is just stir them. Oh, a lot of you guys are doing turkeys or just turkey legs or oh, turkey pot pies. Oh, you took off Friday to make turkey pot pies. Dang, that sounds tasty. Maybe I haven't had turkey in a while. That sounds really like warm and yummy right now, doesn't it? That sounds good. Okay. There we are. So there we go. The fuzzles are a little bit different color. That's kind of sweet. I like it a little bit different. It's kind of cute. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of like tuck the thread in here, and we are going to do this turkey work in this ear area. So I think I'm gonna do 2 rows. I'll do the first row and the second row. We probably only need 1 row, but I'm gonna do 2. We'll give it a go. So I'm attempting to remember how to do this from a couple days ago. So I had never done turkey work before then. So I'm going to make a loop. I'm going to go back in. Then I'm going to go like back over the loop. Okay, so this first one's going to be a little goofy, I think, because I started a little different than normal, because I started without an end of a thread, but I think we're fine. So I'm basically making 2 rows of stitches, and I'm doing 1 row of stitches, and then the next row, I think I'm basically just kind of making loops with the first row. Again, this is only my second time ever doing this. And then I'm going to kind of almost split stitch over the next row. I think this will do the job. So now I'm doing a loop, trying to keep them all similar length. And I don't know if I'm doing this very dense. I could make this a whole lot denser, but I don't think we need it all that dense for the little ear fuzz. We will trim this and brush it out a little bit, so it will be not loops, it'll be little fuzzles. All right, I'm going to do 1 more row. This will just add extra fuzzles to the works. Okay, loop, and then a back stitch, basically. Ooh, I feel like I'm running out of floss, too. Okay, we'll make another loop. Like my split stitch I'm using. I think I'm making these a bit closer than the first row. That's okay. This is fun. This is a fun new stitch for me. Okay, a loop. And then that kind of back stitch over it again. Uh-oh, almost out of thread. It's gonna look cute though. He's gonna have all this fuzz in his ear. Loop. A split back stitch. Just trading off. Okay, I think we got a loop and a back stitch left in us, and then I'll bring the end up. Loop. back stitch. Okay, and then I think I'm just gonna bring this end to the front, and then we'll be fine. So, all right, let's, needle on the needle minder. I'm gonna just trim this, and we're gonna trim. So this is what it looks like right now, but I'm gonna go and trim all these loops. And then, okay, I'm just going to try and separate them. There's not many here, so I'm just going to... Oh, they're all kind of separated already because we worked with all those different color threads. And I think now we'll just give it a little trim. He's going to get a little ear fuzz haircut now. Get a little shorter. The front ones can maybe be a little shorter. Out of here, fuzzles. Oh, you waited too long. There's no small turkeys left? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we probably waited too long. I don't, I'd be fine with just chicken or anything else though too. And we don't need a ton, so I guess we'll have to, that's going to have to be our job for tomorrow for sure, is seeing the status of turkeys in our area. We definitely didn't order it beforehand to have on hand or anything like that. Get these little guys here. Getting picky with his ear haircut now. Okay, this is pretty cute. So there's his little ear hair. Looking kind of crazy, but I think it's kind of fun. Give him a little, what do they call that? Cutting the hair at an angle. Giving it a nice edge. All right. There we go. There is his turkey work ear. I think that's looking kind of silly and fun. All right, I want to jump over to his face. So let's quickly do the eyes and the mouth, just because I'm really wanting his face to be on there. And then I'm going through my scraps for some black. And then we'll go and do the nose. So the nose will be that long and short stitch. So I'd like to get to that yet. And actually, now that I think of it, I think we'll probably start... I'm going to just do it all with this black. Actually, should I do all 6 strands, maybe? Nah, we'll stick to the 3. But just the timing so far on this, I think we probably will actually start making the zipper pouch tomorrow. So we'll probably get to the beading tomorrow and then start the zipper pouch right after that. Okay, I did not need this long of thread for just the eyes and the mouth. I wasn't thinking. I just grabbed some thread. But we're fine. So I'm going to just do a back stitch around the eyes, and then I'll probably weave in the ends there, and same thing over here. I'm kind of doing a way knot, I think, just because I don't want you to see, even though this is purple, I still don't want you to be able to see my stitches, although that's pretty hidden. Okay, so maybe I am going to just go from one to the other, but we still... I don't know, how well can you see this black underneath? It'll have a lining too. You can't really see it, can you? All right, good. I'm going to just weave in the end. We're going to do some jumps. This is not my normal. I don't usually, I usually try and just do the eye and the mouth and all that without jumping, so I don't have like thread on the back. that you could see on the front. But since this is purple, I don't think you're going to see it very much. So we're going to go for it because it's faster. I don't think I'm going to turkey stitch the other, turkey work the other ear. His head is kind of turned a little bit. So like this ear like is in front and then, you know, his whole head's going. I suppose we could fit in a little bit there, but I think we'll just leave it on the one side like this. So his head's just like slightly turned. All right, let's get the eye. So you might be able to see the stitches behind a little bit, but I think once we get the lining on and all that, I think we'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about it. That's what we're doing. We're doing food delivery or pickup. We haven't really been in the grocery store either, so I'm hoping that works for Thanksgiving-y food too. I'm thinking it will. Oh, thanks, Kendra. Kendra says the ear hair is adorable. I think so. Again, I'm stealing ideas basically from what different people did in their koalas when they stitched koalas for the koala quilt. And I think one person, I forget who, but you know, I can look at the quilt and find out. But one person did these little turkey work ear like this, and I thought that was pretty cute. So we're using all sorts of the ideas of what people did in the quilt. All right, I'm going to just jump down here, stitch this mouth, then I'm going to jump up, stitch that other eye. I don't normally jump this much. It's feeling weird for me, but I think, again, because we have this darker fabric, you won't be able to see it so much, and it's just faster to be able to jump around. And our back isn't going to be exposed because there'll be a lining in the bag. So I don't have to worry about anyone snagging the thread. Just a little smile. Now it's starting to come together. It was looking weird at the beginning of the day without any, with the outline not being done yet and without a face at all. But now it's starting to come together, I think. So the fun thing, I kind of do these hexagons for the eyes when I stitch eyes like this. And what's fun is if you just stitch like the bottom 3 stitches of the hexagon, then it looks like he's winking. And same actually if you do the top 3, so there's a little wink. We're going to finish it, but I think it's fun doing these half eyes sometimes. Oh, interesting, Colleen. I'll have to look at that after. Someone says, someone's bidding against Colleen's max bid right now. I think we're up to 700 for the auction, which is great. So someone's gonna get this. Someone's gonna get the koala quilt, which is great. I'm really happy about that. So all that will be donated to Australians for Animals, and that was who we worked with for the pattern sales as well. So everyone who made koalas for the quilt, the sale from that pattern and the bundle for that all went to Australians for Animals as well, along with this new round is going to go there as well. So, all right. There we go. His face is started. So for the nose, I want to do the nose next. I'm going to get my water-soluble marker out again. I want to do the long and short stitch because, again, going from here to there is pretty big for a satin stitch. That was what I was originally going to do. So I think instead I'm going to do long and short stitches. And I'm going to mix my threads together like this again. But I want it to feel dark now because like I think it was Jennifer who was saying koala noses are black. So because I was talking about some other colors last night. So I think we'll do like one strand of black. Then I think I had this dark gray. So black, dark gray. I mean, we could just do another one of black maybe. But it's kind of fun with 3 colors. Should we do something a little more unexpected? Like, what about this blue, this bright, bright blue? If I can find it in here somewhere. Oh, that's barely a piece. That doesn't even need to stay in here. Or maybe just dark purple. We kind of did dark purple for the outline, didn't we? Where'd that run off to? Here we go. We could do dark purple. Oh, I kind of like that. What about dark purple, black, and this gray? I think these 3 will give the effect of like a dark nose, right? Okay, yeah, I think that's really pretty. Let's do that. Yay, okay, love it. So let's snip these so they're the same length. It's a good place to start. I think the purple we already worked with, so, oh, they're almost all the same length already. Let's just snip right here. How about that? And I'm going to just snip this side too. This is kind of all over the place up here. All right, so 1 strand of each. I'm going to do long and short stitch. So I have the marker out again because I'm going to mark the lines that I'm aiming for long and short stitch. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a sec. Let me get my floss together here. Oh, Colleen says it looks like a girl koala with a flower like in her ear like that. That is kind of cute. All right, 1 strand of dark purple. We'll set that to the side if we need more of it. 1 strand of this dark gray. This is fun. I like this. Oops, lost the purple there. I like the several different strands together. That is a neat look. So the first time I saw that was someone who sent a koala in and they did that. They blended the 3 colors together, and I thought that was just really kind of cool. So this is my first time doing it myself, and it just adds just some texture and fun to it. It's just playful. I like it. Okay. So before I get further than this, I'm going to draw some lines on here. So short and long stitch, let me just show you kind of how that works again. So with a short and long stitch, I'm going to make this kind of big, but you have a shape, right? Let me see if I have a pencil. Hold on. Oh, I'll use this guy. So you have your shape. You're going to make a series. The first row is going to be a series of long and short stitches. So you'll do, and you're going to just follow the shape. So, let's say that's our long and short. So long and short, long and short, long and short, and long. So you almost have to divide up your piece in these little lines, right? There. So now the next row, you're going to go long for every one. So you'll do a long one here and a long one here, but since that long one was started as a short one, it'll be like stair steps. So long, 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 long. And you're just kind of filling in the shape. So that's kind of the plan, if that makes sense. It'll make sense once we get going here. So I just want to draw in some lines here as guides. Let's just start at the top here. I'm just going to make some horizontal lines along here, and then we'll fill it all in as we go. And then I think I'll just do like a couple back stitches for the underneath the nose here. All right, and I think I'm going to actually start from the top. I think that'll be a little bit easier for me. And you know what? That means I'm going to also do a way knot for this. So I'm going to put this up here. And all right, I'm going to actually start in the middle with a long stitch just to get the ball rolling. So I made my lines horizontal. I'm going to go perpendicular to those lines. So I'm going to go to that second line, not the first line, because this is a long stitch. All right, and now I'm going to make a short stitch right next to it. So I'm just going to the first line now. And now I'm going to make a long stitch. Ooh, this might actually take a little while. So we might be doing this a little bit tomorrow too. We'll see. So another short stitch. A long stitch. And then we reach the edge here, but I'm just going to put a couple stitches and just leave like a space for a stitch in between. I'm going to go to that same line. One little one here, I think. All right, let's go from this other side then. So a short, long. So the first row is really the only row that you do short and long on. And then the rest you're just doing kind of longer stitches. Oh, that's true, Linda. Oh, I was thinking about that yesterday, and I wish I would have thought about that sooner. I could have done 4 strands together. First of all, this would go a lot faster because my stitches would be thicker. But then I could do just the loop to start off, not the way knot. That would have been nice. Oh well. Oh well. Man, this is going to have a lot of stitches in it. I think it's going to be cute though. Okay, and another just little extra stitch. So now we just do long stitches after this. So all our stitches should go up to the next line now. Actually, every other stitch, actually. So this one will go to here. And now I'm starting at the same place as that last long stitch. And we're going all the way to the next line. I'm going to just go to this middle line and fill in that gap from the short stitch. Another long stitch to the next line. So all our stitches should be the same length now, really. It's kind of like bricks. This one's just going back a little bit further. So this is very similar actually to what we did with the Your Sweet embroidery for the embroidery of the month. I think that was maybe September's embroidery of the month. Ooh, I might have done 2 long ones next to each other. I don't know. we're doing it right still. All these colors are throwing me a little. It's adding a ton of texture though, all these colors together, I think. Definitely going to need some more floss for this. Ooh, did I go in the same spot there? That looked a little goofy. Hold on. No, I think that was right. I think I was just making my stitches kind of tight together. I think this is nice, going with a darker nose for sure. I think it's looking appropriate, and I like all the different colors together too. That's fun. I think I probably could have gotten away with my stitches being a little further apart, but I think we're fine. It's going to feel nice and full. So this is what I mean though. If I did a satin stitch from like the whole distance, it would be like you'd get stuff caught in it, and they wouldn't be laying all flat and pretty. And whereas this is feeling nice. Oh, I think I might have messed up a little bit there, but we'll see. This guy can go here. We will switch threads soon. One more short here. All right, let's start there. I think I might make my stitches to the next, well, no, that's the short stitch. This one's going to go all the way to the nose line now. Yeah, I think it is blending nicely. Actually, right here, I think I'm going to do this back stitch now, because I'm almost out of thread here, and I'm right on the edge, so might as well do the little back stitch for underneath the nose. One more. All right, then I'll jump back up to where I was. And I'm going to do these little short stitches for the next row just to be filling in this shape around the nose. So that little gap I'm going to just fill in right now with another stitch. It's coming together though here. Still trying to stay perpendicular to my lines there. A little organic, let's call them. real soon here, so I will switch threads and see how much further we can get on this nose tonight. I don't think we'll finish the nose, so like I said, we'll try and do this and the heart tomorrow, and then start making the pouch, the zipper pouch. And then we'll, in theory, if we don't get done, we'll finish it up on Monday instead. But all right, that's the first strand of floss. That actually went much farther than I thought it would. I think from far away, that's looking really nice. It's just a little texture. We're gonna get that full nose look to it. It's gonna be nice. All right, I'm gonna just quickly weave in this end and my away knot end, and we'll get 3 more strands of these pretty colors together and finish up this nose, or get as far as we can, I suppose, in the next few minutes. This is fun. I know I've said that a lot tonight, but I don't usually do so many random or like techniques that I don't usually do all at once, so we are just kind of piling on the different techniques. It just seems really playful. All right, let's just grab the next 3 and stay in the back here because we're going to weave it in. All right, 1 blue or purple strand, I mean. We got black and our dark gray, our thunder color. Oops. I'm gonna knot down here. So just a reminder, the Koala Quilt, the auction is going to go through end of day on Monday, and I'm going to actually keep the website up. So even after the auction, I'll keep the website up, and I'm going to have the koala patterns and these kind of merch items, the mug and the t-shirts, I'm going to have those up indefinitely, and any more sales that I get from those, the proceeds of that will still go to Australians for Animals. So it will just go at a different time. So I will continuously, I'll just keep everything up, and it's going to, I'll just keep donating any new sales. Colleen says it's still at 700, so that's pretty awesome. And we have about that, well, maybe not quite that much, in sales from the merch too. So that money is going to Australians for Animals as well. So I think we're around, we sent an email out about it today. We're almost at $1,600, I think, total. So that's pretty great. Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. You guys are all amazing. You guys stitching all those koalas did all the work. I mean, just those koalas, that could be around 800 hours is kind of what I was figuring. How, just my estimate on how much stitching that probably was around. All right, we're getting there. Getting there. Actually, we're almost done. I might just go till we're done with this nose tonight. It's 9:30 now, but I don't know. We got maybe 8 more stitches. Ooh, it looks like I missed a little row here. All right, we're on the edge of this side of the nose now. I think I might actually continue this chain stitch now, or not chain stitch, this back stitch for this side of the nose, just continuing these, and then we'll get those last few stitches to fill in this space. These little nostrils will stay the fabric color. But yeah, I'm excited. So tomorrow we will add those beads. So we're going to add little beads to the eyes. So we'll maybe take a look at that quick again tonight. And then I'm going to fill this heart with red beads. So that's going to add a lot of texture to this. This guy has all sorts of texture, doesn't he? The 3 different threads in each of these really adds a ton of texture. I mean, you know, we got fuzzle texture, and then we'll have bead texture as well. So we're getting it all in here, all the textures. Linda's saying, don't you want to do just the heart right now? I do, kind of, although that's kind of a bigger concept. So I am going to do that beading embroidery, that beading kind of it's like a back stitch with embroidery almost. And I think that should be like a fresh start tomorrow is kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll go over, if you wanted to do beading embroidery, like where you like surface beading, like where you're filling in a whole top of something, like, you know, you can make brooches and stuff like that. If you've ever kind of wondered about that, we'll go through it pretty basically, filling in this small little space. I actually might make the heart a little bit bigger depending on the size of my beads. I might actually start from the center of the heart and then work my way out just to make sure I have enough space, but we'll see. So yep, we'll start with that fresh. Start that fresh tomorrow, but I don't think it'll take very long. So we'll get the pouch going as well. The actual, like, cutting the fabric and all that. Ugh, we're getting there. Just going around the shape, getting those nostrils, and then we have the little point of the nose to do yet. I think I might be missing a few, but I think we're fine overall. Get another long one here. I think I have one more little short guy here, and then we're fine over there, and then back to the middle. All right, last row. Cute. A little short stitch. I think one more stitch will do it. think we're going to connect these back stitches, give the bottom a nice little clean connected edge. There. Yep. All right. So there's the nose. Oh, I think it looks great. Lots of texture. It really is pretty, actually. All the colors and everything happening in there. That's fun. I like that a lot. All right, let's weave in that end, and then we'll take a quick peek at what the beading will look like, and then we'll start that fresh tomorrow. Thanks, Sally. I think this turned out so nice. This note, I'm definitely going to do this idea of combining different color threads together again. I mean, this is just, adds just so much interest to it, I think. Like even the lines, the different colors. Ugh, the ear, different color, just so silly. Okay. Oh, and I forgot we even colored in the cheeks still, so we got that little extra texture thing going too. All right, let's just take a quick look at the beads again. So I have my tackle box, one of several tackle boxes from, like I said, like 20 years ago. Oh my God, it might be more than 20 years. It's like from 25 years ago. Ugh, okay, I forgot I'm older than that. So this is like a 25-year-old me. Clearly, these are all mixed like crazy, and they used to be all separate, but there are red beads in here. So the red, we will fill up this the heart with all these reds. Let's see if we can get a few more in there. And I feel like I'm organizing too by clearing out some of these reds from all these other colors. So we will fill this space with beads. We'll stitch those on. And then this also had like these little, this case had some pearly seed beads in as well. So we will put those in the eye. And those will be like the little highlights in the eye, I think. So, ooh, that one jumped. I'm going to get a little closer for you guys once I get this in. All right, it's a little googly-eyed looking now, so hopefully let's make it not super googly-eyed. But that's the idea in there. We'll get a little bit of the light in the eyes, and then this guy heart will be filled with the red. But we'll stitch like around the outside, so that'll be like a nice clean row. It won't look all, thrown on there. It'll be more direct, and then we'll fill it in as well. these I don't know, those things are a little crazy. I do have a brighter white. Maybe that would be the way to go, not these pearly ones, but I thought these pearly ones would be kind of fun because they're eyes. I don't know, we'll see, but that's fun. This is going to be really neat tomorrow. So this will be a whole process tomorrow. That's why I didn't want to keep going with it tonight, but that'll be fun. So if you wanted to ever do like bead embroidery like this and add some little extra stuff, we'll be playing around with that tomorrow. He's happy. All right, you guys. All right, so that was fun. I'm having a really good time. This looks so much further than how we started, doesn't it? Just so cute and silly. This is going to be just like a sweet little zipper pouch when we're done with him here. And again, this is going to be given away. Someone will win this. So someone who's purchased, one of our mugs or one of the t-shirts for the Koala Quilt, anyone who purchases one of those, one of our merch items, or the embroidery pattern itself, or bundle, they will be entered to win this. So we'll probably finish this on Monday. I don't know if we'll finish the whole thing tomorrow, but we'll get pretty far tomorrow, and then we'll finish it up on Monday. And then Monday evening or Monday night after the scope, or actually probably Tuesday morning, because the auction and this giveaway will go hand in hand. So when the auction is done, I will let you guys know who got the, well, actually, I'm not going to know exactly who won the auction, but I'll let you know how much we raised with the quilt. the quilt auction, and I will also announce who wins the zipper pouch. So I'm really excited to see what this looks like when we sew it all up. That'll be starting tomorrow after we finish all the bead work on it. So awesome. Thanks again, guys. Go bid on the auction if you can. Otherwise, I'd love if you got some of this merch. All that money is going to be donated to Australians for Animals when we're done here on Monday. So thanks so much again, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.